Machining a bench vise at UTT in 2021. We were given our schematics and building blocks. First, we used the lathe to straighten all the cylindrical parts to their desired dimensions. Turning on a lathe is a method of shaping cylindrical rods. We used vernier calipers to measure the new diameters of each part we machined. Lathes are some of the earliest machine tools that were made available to humanity for factory use. Before electric motors, factories placed engines on the floors and connected pulleys and belts to rotate the lathe. We then measured and scribed the workpieces A vernier height gauge was used to precisely measure and scribe the non-cylindrical workpieces. We used a blue marker to make identification of the scribe lines easier. We used a solid punch to mark the points in each workpiece where holes would later be drilled. Moving parts are not just... We used the drilling machinery available at the University of Trinidad and Tobago to make holes in the parts, thereby allowing them to be screwed together during the assembly process. Cutting fluid lubricates the drill bit, allowing it to penetrate the workpiece better.
I can tell you.
Hole making is one of the most important methods of operation in manufacturing. We engaged in face milling using a milling machine to separate two parts that were welded together. We then filed each workpiece to smooth off any roughness to allow for an ideal presentation of the bench vise. For proper use, files should be held at both ends.
It was like this.
We used the taps to create threading on the inside of cylindrical holes. Tapered taps reduce the torque required to thread holes. Chasers thread the outside of cylindrical shafts.
So it is a push and a pull.
Taps and chasers ensure that the threading has a uniform cross-section and a helical path. Chasers use numerous cutting blades to create multiple threads simultaneously. Taps and chasers are made of harder materials than the materials they cut into. This then allows for the creation of threading. We then sawed traction grooves onto the clamping surfaces of the bench vise. Saws use a series of small teeth. The process of creating this engraved crisscross pattern is called knurling. We then buffered the pieces for aesthetic reasons. Once we finished passing each workpiece through the machining process, we began assembly. A set of screws and an Allen key was used to put together all the workpieces. Piece by piece, we put together each part. The threading we created is now responsible for holding the guide pins in place. The guide pins ensure that the jaws open and close in straight alignment. Since the jaws open and close and the assembly is stable, I can say we have successfully manufactured our first bench vise. I hope you enjoyed watching the manufacturing of this bench vise as much as I enjoyed making it.